All right, Shalom, Shalom, boys here. Well, out on the land, uh, looking to take care of some things with regards to wood and just inspecting my wood piles because uh, winter's coming up and we got to ensure that we have plenty of wood to heat these homes. So that's the beautiful thing about developing a relationship with your local tree cutting guys because they need somewhere to dump the wood and I can use the wood. So it's a great relationship, and that goes into what I wanted to talk about um, was where should you be investing? Now, I'm not an investor at this point in time, although at once I had a Series 6, Series 63, Series 26. I was in corporate, and I used to sell these products as well. But I'm not giving investment advice. I'm just telling what I did and what I currently do. Because as we see the rate of inflation going up, or inflation going up, and it's a direct result of all of this money that's being printed, it's having an effect on the price of goods and services. You have more dollars chasing fewer goods and services with shortages and everything. And it's just shocking to see the price of basic staple commodities that we use continue to go up in cost as the average American does not make enough money to keep up with the rate of inflation. So, you're seeing these videos of normal people getting on TikTok and they're doing compilations of people that are talking about how they cannot survive. They simply put, they cannot survive with the cost of rent going up, with the cost of food going up, with the cost of transportation going up, with the cost of energy going up. All of these things, all of these costs are going up. Uh, what am I? Black walnut tinctures. You see these? That's the beautiful thing about having walnut trees on your land. Um, you can get these things and make tinctures with it. Um, but you see, this is money right here. But uh, we have a situation where the average person, common man, is not able to survive, and so as a direct result of that, you're going to experience a lot of pain and a lot of poverty. And so, what I've decided to do when I saw this thing a minute ago was to change up my investments um, to things that were more real. And this is why I did what I did with regards to them fly all in my ear. This is why I decided to get out of my two 30-year mortgages, which I just did a strategic default. And I took all of my savings and all my proceeds and purchased some land and started to invest in things like silver, food, protection, gear, things of that nature. And I see, to this day, as the inflation goes up, the cost of everything continues to go up. Uh, and I thank y'all that I was given the eyes to see and the ears to hear what needed to be done in order to protect yourself and to protect your family from these wicked people and these wicked times that we're living in. And so that's why I heavily suggest that, the average man, the common man on the street, working a job. At the end of the day, I was getting paid a little bit more money, but it was the same rat race. It was the same situation, which has led a lot of people into the current situation that they're in now, because they trusted in their corporate jobs, they trusted in their careers, they trusted in their education, and now what you see is that is failing them. It's failing them deeply. You have rent moratoriums ending. You have student loan moratoriums ending. And people got to pay. People got to pay. People can't live high on the hog, and people can't live for free no more. People, the bill is due. And so for the people that understand and get it, what you need to be doing, number one, uh, uh, getting out of the cities, getting out of the cities, and getting into a situation where you can, live on a piece of land, um, growing your own food and storing seeds, um, developing and investing in a real skill, uh, investing in things like gold and silver, and I would even say copper as well, because copper is money as well. All of these things that have real value, food, tools, hammers, nails, deodorant, whatever it is that has real value that at the end of the day everybody's going to need and use. See, I prep from and I invest from a perspective of the things that I know that I'm going to need, because I know that at the end of the day, those things are always going to be needed to maintain myself and my family, so that we don't have to starve, we don't have to um, uh, go cold in the wintertime. All of these things, investing in relationships. These are the things that you need to be investing um, in order to ensure that you are good to go. You need to be investing. Somebody's calling me. But you need to be investing in these things, because due to the simple fact that inflation will continue to go up, then that means that the price of these goods and services that you're going to use anyway, that will continue to go up. Everything that I have has gone up in value because they are assets. They are real assets that are needed. And I can always sell those assets: clothes, diapers, wipes, all of these things. I can sell them if I needed cash, but I can sell them at a higher rate, thereby getting my money back on any difference between the two. I mean, it's just a simple concept to understand with regards to investing. It works all ways. Whatever investment you set, you buy a stock at $50 and you sell it at 100. You made a $50 profit. Same thing. If I bought something, purchased a gun, and it was $100 and now it's $200, I can go ahead and sell it and make the profit. I sell the asset, draw and make the profit. That's just how it works, right? That's exactly how it works. So, when you have these situations where you can invest in these things that you are going to use anyway, it saves you money in the long term. It's a good investment strategy. Uh, Anything that you're going to use, that you feel as though that you're going to need, um, you should be investing in those things and storing and putting back in those things. That's how the average man can invest, because we think about all these Airbnbs, we think about real estate, we think about, a lot of people in this day and age, they don't have good credit. They don't have money to buy real estate. They don't have the business savvy to do any of that stuff. And all it is, for the most part, for a lot of people, is short-term hustles. Look at this Airbnb thing that's going on, where everybody invests in these Airbnbs. Could you imagine investing in the Airbnb and putting all your money and all your resources, and you've been living high in Airbnb in New York, and then the Airbnb market drops by 70% as a direct result of a new law, a stroke of a pen. But it doesn't matter what kind of laws that they pass. They'd have to get outright, brutally in your face, tyrannical, taking your shit, in order for it to, because at that point in time, all bets are off. Um, I think we're going George Orwell, Aldous Huxley on them, a combination of the two, because people they just brain dead. They don't get it. They just want to be entertained. Everybody just wants attention. It's amazing the people that I know on social media, on Facebook, that are homeless now. Now, when you look at their Facebook pages and what they're doing, you don't get the sense that they're homeless, but they're homeless. It's amazing. It's amazing. People out there are struggling. People out there destitute. People out there not living good. But they're fronting like they are. The name of the game is this: If you want to invest in real things that you think you're going to need. That's what I do, and it's working out very well for me. Tools, chainsaws, wood splitters. These are things that not only did I number one that I use, but number two can make me money. You follow? See, tools, I use the tools, and at the same time, they make me money. You see how that works? See, it melds in with the real skills. You see how that works? That's my investment strategy. That's how I invest my time, energy, and resources and my assets, and that's what I do. I invest in things that can make me money, that can give me the cash flow that I need to continue to cycle back into the infrastructure projects or the things that I need to get done in order to provide that stability for my family. You see how that works? It's all about the family. It's all about my responsibility as a man to lead and guide my home. And it's sad to see a lot of people, they're not doing too well at that. Um, why? Because they don't know how to manage money. They don't know how to manage resources. So, I mean, if you have some woman that you linked up with, that all she want to do is spend your money and she ain't thinking about the future, that's not a good woman. She's gonna leave you to a morsel of bread, like the scripture said. Um, it's sad. It really is sad. But for those who need to understand this, that's what you need to be investment. That's what your investment strategy needs to be. How do you start that? Very simple. Terminate that flush. Um, Instead of doing all of the things that you like to do, go ahead and sacrifice, deny yourself, and put back. Put back some extra deodorant. Put back some extra rice. Put back some extra beans. Put back some extra, whatever it is that you use. Put back some extra, and before you know, you'll have a nice little 6-month buffer, a 3-month buffer, because you know, uh, uh, these collapses are happening all day, every day in people's lives. People's personal economies are collapsing, and that's why you see the uptick in homelessness. This is why you see the uptick in the GoFundMe's and people that are sincerely struggling out there. You see these upticks. I'm seeing them. People on social media are homeless. Facebook, homeless. Asking for GoFundMe's, homeless. This is real. This is happening. I'm seeing it. And then the other part, they're living in poverty. I mean, just living in an impoverished type of situation where there's no upward elevation. And they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. Nobody wants to be there. I don't care how much you front. So this is what you need to be doing in order to take the corrective measures to, do what needs to be done. I look out and I see the backdrop of the cabins, and I see the trees, and I see the grass, and I see, the chickens running around. It's just a beautiful sight. It's just a beautiful sight because it's a sight of freedom, being not shackled to this system of debt where you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat or where you're going to live, or if you're going to be able to drink good, clean water. You're going to be able to wash your ass at the end of the night. A lot of people take this stuff for granted, but this is what a lot of people today are struggling to do. Hey, I'm trying to give some solutions. We understand what the problem is. Few people want to implement the solution, and that's fine. But these are the solutions to the problems that we're facing. And so there you go to the question. This is how I invest in real things.